Hello, my name is Scarlett, aka Alex Urban, and this is my project called Testing Different Plasticizers with Potato Starch to Make Bioplastics. So, obviously, we know that plastic is bad because it pollutes the water, it takes harmful materials to produce. The materials are non-renewable and they don't benefit very much. And then afterwards, what are you going to do with it? Burn it, recycle it, decompose it? Well, if you burn it, harmful toxins are going to be released into the atmosphere, and that's not good. And then recycling it doesn't work half the time. Only about 5% of the plastic actually gets recycled, and then plastic doesn't decompose. But we can change that by implementing bioplastics made out of natural materials. They are able to decompose and cause less harm to the environment. So that's why I decided to make potato starch based bioplastics. I decided to change the different plasticizers, and overall I decided that I was going to test the strength and biodegradability. So my procedures, really quickly, I made the starch, I tested it using different weights, and then I waited a week and then biodegraded it for a week, and then that was the whole thing. So overall, the tensile strength, the plastic could not stand up against the control plastic, which was polyethylene, and it did biodegrade faster than obviously the normal plastic, which didn't biodegrade at all. And so half of my experiment worked. It biodegraded well, and with more time and more natural methods, it would be able to completely decompose. So overall, I want to continue with that and move forward by testing different things. And overall, the support I received from my parents and teachers gave me a place to work and provided purchasing some of the materials that I needed. And I just was able to have a place to work, research, all of that. So thank you to them. The strength of this project is that I was able to have many of the materials already present for me, so it was inexpensive. And as you know, potato starch is really inexpensive because potatoes don't cost that much. The methods of biodegradation and testing the strength were also relatively simple. So overall, it was a very simple project and it was easy to comprehend. So thankfully that happened. However, there are many weaknesses because I decided that I was going to make my own potato starch at the beginning, and after 3 attempts and about 2 months of doing that, I'm like, I cannot. So I decided to ditch that idea, buy pre-made potato starch, and make my plastics from that, which worked a lot better and took less time. But with buying the potatoes, I wasted the money, and then also I wasted a lot of time trying to make the potato starch. So unfortunately, I did lose a lot of time, and that made me really hurried, and therefore I had to work at home to work on my project over winter break, which was not beneficial. Finally, the plastic in the molds, they had a lot of air bubbles when I was making them on the hot plates, and when I was mixing the water with the rest of the dry ingredients, there was lots of air bubbles, and once I poured it into the plastic ring molds, it was not able to settle correctly, and therefore it never made fully circular rings, which really disappointed me. The biodegradation method wasn't as I thought it would go, so I had to tweak it a little bit, and hopefully I can do more research into that and see how it can do that. Timing and rating, The importance is obviously plastic is harmful. We need a better solution because there is over 40 million metric tons being produced a year, so we need to figure out how to decrease our plastic rate. And unexpected outcomes is that the rings didn't connect and the starch is really difficult to make. And overall, it was just not how I thought it would go. But it's really important, and I am so proud I found it.